Tell you what, Chuck, never met a dame like this in my life. She had all the fixings for all of Thanksgiving in all the right spots.
Of all the liquor stores in all the world, she had to walk into yours, right?
Who knew?
Eh?
I have the same ironic taste for Doritos and tequila.
Doritos and tequila.
Can't make this up, Chuck. One thing she couldn't do, steal my heart. But you never know nowadays.
So that was your femme fatale.
A fatal femme indeed.
Born a competitor, form is incredible. These rappers I won't settle for, they ain't even edible. Caution, caution, but the tape ain't yellow though. This
Welcome back to another two-shot review. It's your guy, the mayor of fair, to play with the hair. Sometimes I just don't care. Lucky. And the gentleman, my guy to my right, sometime to my left. You already know he fresh to death. Yeah. Magnificent.
And what's up, man? We back at y'all today, and we gonna talk about something that I don't know if a lot of y'all watch, but maybe you should have, maybe you shouldn't. Spider-Man Noir. But before that, let's give a shout out to all the femme fatales out there. Let's give a
shot time to the femme fatales.
And it's shot
It's
time.
a shot time for you, you femme fatale, you sexy thing, you dangerous mind, you crafty smile, you dame. Cheers to you, dog. All right. How you doing, brother? Before we get into it, how's everything? How you been? What's happening?
I'm pretty good, man.
Okay.
Just been catching up on my entertainment or staying abreast, NBA playoffs. Now in the NBA finals, we had a big fight.
Let's go Spurs.
This weekend. Yeah, let's go for Spurs.
Spurs.
Look, this is going on the record.
I told you.
I'm not a Spurs fan. I'm not a Laker fan. I'm not a Maverick fan. I'm not an OKC fan. I'm a Clipper fan. But I would prefer any team to win the NBA finals besides the Knicks. I do not want the Knicks to win.
Yeah, I'm not a huge New York Knicks fan.
What you New York Knicks did during the in-season championship, thumbs up.
I was like, where is he going with this one?
We don't no more thumbs up in the finals. I don't want to see thumbs up. Josh Hart had thumbs up for Brunson, if you catch my drift. And I don't want to see this in the final. I don't want the NBA championship to turn into some weird thing.
It's already there. Especially with how Game 6 went. Or Game 5. Yeah. But here, Hoozle, let's talk this Spider-Man Noir. How did you feel? What did you think? There's 8 episodes in total. Each episode is about 45, 46 minutes, give or take, without recaps. There's 2 viewing choices if you want to watch it in black and white, old school noir style, excuse me. Or you can watch it in full HD color, vibrant stylings, and catch the director's real perception of the light. It's very bright. It's very vivid. I prefer to watch it in color, but I can see where certain spots you would like to have. They did like a back and forth, like on and off in certain scenes, just noired it and flipped it black and white. That would have been super dope to me personally, but it might have been the kind of genre for others. So I get it. Having 2 versions is also really dope.
So you watching it color? I watched it in color too. I've watched a lot of movies in black and white, and when those movies had the color version, I watched them in color as well. And black and white looks good. I'm not gonna lie, but it's something about the color that adds more life to the film. Yeah. Even if it's ashy color, color is color. So, I watched it in color, and for starters, getting into it, I was a little bit hesitant, so I didn't watch it right away. I waited a few days, and then I watched it all in one binge. It took me about 2 days, and it was cool for me.
Yeah.
Um, I think what they did was they wanted to please three crowds. The crowd that loved film noir, that was their main focus, to make a film noir Spider-Man. The next focus was to please the fanfare. They got a lot of Easter eggs and people in there from Spider-Man's history.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, when I first saw the Electro dude, I was thinking, okay, that could be the Shocker or Electro. But it wasn't until I went and uh, um, looked at a YouTube video to refresh myself on the Spider-Man Noir story that I learned that he was Megawatt, and that's a guy from Spider-Man's, not in Spider-Man Noir, but one of Spider-Man's regular enemies from back in the day, an Australian actor.
Hold on.
Hence,
No, go ahead.
hence why the guy Megawatt in the Noir was an actor. So I just think when it came to those three elements, fanfare, the film noir, and trying to have excellent acting, I think they kind of did very good with the fanfare. They did really good with the film noir, and the acting was great. But for me personally, I have a ultimate despisal of Nicolas Cage. There's nothing he can do good, in my opinion. So it was hard for me to get through just to stomach him. And he had the denture talk. Like he didn't want to,
The
kind of
denture
open his
talk is
mouth
wild.
because yeah, he didn't want to be Dame Dash. He didn't want that bar about that Jay-Z did at the Roots picnic about people teeth flopping all out of their mouth.
We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna
Yeah, we
talk
gonna get
about that afterwards.
But he didn't want. So he did that talk. See, because when Jay Z hit that bar, Nicolas Cage didn't want people to think it was his dentures falling all out of his mouth. So he kept the mouth closed and he kind of talking like this. It was annoying to me personally. I just couldn't take it. On top of it being Nicolas Cage, but everything else in that show was great. Uh, uh, what I do think that they lacked in is putting together a solid a noir type story, because I don't feel like the stakes were translated well through the actors. Everything felt a little bit happy go lucky, and I didn't see the cynicism in it.
Mm.
What'd you feel about
I don't 100% disagree. The acting was decent. I mean, it kept me involved. I wasn't second screen watching it. You know what I mean? Like I was actually involved in the show. I wanted to see what I could see and look for the little Easter eggs and see how it connected to the overall Spider universe. That was really
it?
my big takeaway from it, was seeing how it connected and seeing what actors they put in it, because it was just a random, you know what I mean, popular type of show. And I assumed it was gonna be a one off, you know. But the people that they did have in it, grade A. I really like the secretary. What's her name? Karen Rodriguez. She plays Janet.
Yeah.
She did her thing. Um, Lamont Morris, he did his thing. Robbie Roberts, I felt kind of like he was miscast initially, but he grew on me as the season went on.
Is it
Um,
Lamont or Lamorne?
I thought it was Lamont.
Well, whatever.
Lamore. I
Lamore.
can't trust Google anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Morris,
Yes, sir.
he did an excellent job. Outside, well, actually,
Brendan Gleeson too, the dude who plays Silverback.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
liked him. Like I like what he did because he was good at. He was a dude from In Bruges. Also, he's been in
Yeah.
a couple movies.
He is probably the top actor of amongst this list, and
Yeah,
obviously he did the best. But the one who stole all the scenes for me,
Nicolas Cage.
no. I mean, he stole the scenes if you were like counting cringe.
if you count Nicolas Cage toning down the cageism, he did his thing. But when they let him be full cage, like when he was having his hallucinations,
You know what? Speaking of
yeah,
that, the best part of the whole episode to me was the hallucination sequence when he got caught by the doctor. I've seen a lot of different dream sequences before, and how they
that shit
incorporate
was intense.
that felt
That was
like an
intense.
actual dream. Like things were happening that didn't make sense. They were
You
just
you don't even know you sleep, and all of a sudden, like, wait, what
yeah.
the fuck?
So I really enjoyed that dream
Yeah,
sequence.
yeah, it was
Um,
that shit make you itchy. that shouldn't make you itch.
One thing that I didn't like about this, and it had nothing to do with how they made it, because a lot of people like Dick Tracy. I think the colors and everything they were doing were going with more of a Dick Tracy vibe. I
I can
hate
see that.
Dick Tracy because Dick Tracy is supposed to be like a comedic version of a film noir. So
Yeah, but he had his serious moments and he did his thing. From what I remember of Dick Tracy, he had a show too.
yeah, I wasn't a fan, but I
That
could.
yellow trench coat, that shit hit the corner. It was dope. It used to be dope watching that guy. I was like, oh, this motherfucker hard.
But the cinematography was great. One thing that I
And you got to say dick on TV. I was childish back then.
Yeah.
You got to say dick on TV.
Good thing we are mature, because we would have been pausing this whole segment. But one thing I was worried about is, I remember that in the comic, if I'm not mistaken, Robbie Robinson was the guy. He was trying to get young Peter Parker, who turned Spider-Man Noir, to see the city for what he was. But when Peter Parker stumbled in on him, Robbie Robinson was a journalist and all that, and he was hooked up all with the crooked shit in the city, but he was on big dope. And then when the black dude showed up as him, I was wondering, like,
they gonna put him on dope.
yeah, but the way he played the character, it wouldn't have served right. Now, I like the fact that his struggle wasn't him trying to redeem himself. His struggle was more of, look, I'm a black dude trying to come up in this.
Yeah, y'all trying to take my credit and take my
right.
words. Yeah.
So it kind of worked.
So my positives, negatives, quick ups and downs. Actors are good. Casting I felt was good. The action scenes were pretty decent, and the cinematography of it all looked great. No real complaints about how the show looked and what I got as far as the show itself, because it was a cut and dry show. I was telling him this off camera. We saw Spider-Noir in the little Into the Spider-Verse joint, and we thought, hey, it'd be cool to see a whole situation with him. And instead of a movie, we got 8 episodes, an hour each, short film.
45 minutes.
You dig? So that was cool. As far as the downs, real quick, too much time spent on Silvermane and Felicia Hardy. A weird dynamic. It didn't go anywhere, and her shooting him meant nothing in the end. I did not care for what they were doing with the whole, oh, these are mutants because they were experimented on, and now they have these mutations that are latent because of the doctor's experiments are trying to bring out. That whole thing was just excessive, and we could have done without it, because the antidote thing really didn't play into the end of the series like that, only except for that one storyline, which loops me back to the whole Felicia Hardy thing. If we'd have taken her out, I guess that was the only connection between her and Silvermane and Ben Riley, the Spider. So you got to get the good guy to meet up with the bad guy somehow on a personal level, but it just seemed kind of forced, really contrived, and I didn't like any of it.
Yeah, like, I agree, and you needed Felicia Hardy in the movie, because in the film noir you need a femme fatale. You need the female to go to the detective, which coincidentally
And then
is
she
Nicolas
turned her
Cage.
back on my nigga. Oh, the heartache. The heartache. I felt for him, and then he still tried to save her dude. End up still saving her dude.
Well, that's a part of that whole film noir. Like, the moral ambiguity is one of the main things. So film noir is based off.
Speaking of moral ambiguity, real quick, do you think that they robbed Silvermane after that? Because he already knew how to break into his safe. Silvermane's dead. Why not double back? We got to start this business. Because where did they get the money all of a sudden?
Well, remember at the end, Robbie Robinson said Flint got the girl, Janet got whatever.
A new office.
Yeah.
How? Where did they get the money? That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
did he go back and rob Silvermane after he died? I would have. I mean,
yeah, maybe.
You don't need these Mark Mills
because moral ambiguity is one of the main things that surround the film noir. You gotta have it got to have more ambiguity in there. And then the dark shadows and shit, which they did a really great job of, even with the color. But all of it was strategic business decisions. They could have made a better story, but if they would have, it would have driven it away from the film noir. What I think they should have did is kind of really did a little bit more story of executing the film noir, take more time, because the build up and the release of this shit was quick.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
like all we saw was
we
trailers.
Heard about it 2
and
weeks
then next
later.
thing you know,
Boom.
it's out.
8 episodes. I didn't even know where it was at. I couldn't even find it. I thought it was on Disney Plus. I was looking for it for a week. Everybody seen it already. I'm the one lost as fuck.
Now, for me, the goods is, well, for me, I don't want to talk about the goods and the bads, takeaways. I just want to talk about when I go into these, what I look at is, I have to compare you with another story. Like if you're trying to go off of another story, I gotta go refresh myself on the original story, or go look at the original story either before or after I watch your story, because I need to see what your inspiration was and where you were going. If I go into it fresh and just take it at face value, sometimes I won't understand what's going on. But if I see like the base format, and then I see yours, I can kind of understand what you were trying to do. But in this one, when I watched the Spider Noir, all I saw was strategic business decisions. The story could have been better, but because of the ambiguity with this licensing between Sony, Disney, Marvel, and now Amazon, because this was on Amazon, there was a lot of strategic business decisions they had to make. For example, Spider-Man Noir is Peter Parker, but because of the business legalities in the licensing agreement they got going on, they can't really call him Peter Parker, so they chose to call him Ben Riley, which brings up a whole can of worms for all the Spider-Man people, because they did fanfare. Then when you name Ben Riley, that brings up the Spider-Man clone saga. And for all of you guys out there, go to any of your favorite comic explain people or YouTubers, and just go to Clone Saga. They're all gonna talk about how convoluted and confusing it was. So for all when they dropped those trailers and they put Ben Riley in there, it opened a can of worms. And then they talked about the dimension thing. So I just think that there's a lot of legal stuff that got in the way from making this better than what it could be.
It was a lot of things. Like I'm glad you brought that up, and it made me think. If you are familiar slightly with Spider-Man or the Spider-Verse, once you watch this, you're gonna be confused, and you're gonna go, "Oh, I know that character. Oh, I thought he was." Well, none of that shit matters at the end of the day. None of this has any play into the overall story. If you don't watch this, I don't think you're gonna be missing anything when you watch Doomsday. It's just a fun side project to just check out.
But see, that's what how they set it up. But where they confuse you is the very opening line. The first thing he says is, "Somebody asked me what universe this was, and I told them this is the only one I know." So already they introduced the fact that he was visited by somebody questioning his dimension, suggesting that he is this dimension is a part of a multiverse.
Yeah, he might be onto something.
And then when he got kidnapped by the doctor's son, when they were at the table and they had that little conversation, he mentioned to him, "I wasn't able to find you until if I would have found you a long time ago had you not changed your name."
Yeah.
Meaning that this guy isn't Ben Riley. This guy isn't Ben Riley. His original name is Peter Parker, which gives us more weight to maybe this is Peter Parker Spider-Man, because the Peter Parker Spider-Man and Spider Noir picks up before he takes the mantle. This Spider-Man in this series picks up after he's old and he's done and he wants to retire. So that he gives a monologue of how he buried his costume in somebody else's apartment, and then he picks it back up. So they play this loose line of making you think like, well, this is totally something totally separate. But then they throw those little shots in there to get you thinking, like, well,
Could it be connected?
could it be?
But that's also something, again, like you said, business moves. It's something that could be done to make it seem like it's trying to be tied in, and you're not even looking for Easter eggs, so you're gonna watch all the episodes because again, this was put out by Sony on Amazon. It wasn't put out by Sony on Marvel because Morbius and Madam Web is on Disney Plus. If we just talking business shit, and none of
Because
that
they
shit makes
absorbed that.
sense. That's it.
Yeah, because Sony was like, you know what, we can't, because Sony doesn't have a streaming platform, so they had to like give it up. Because after it goes out of theaters, where are they gonna
But
take
you
it
know
to?
what's crazy? If you look on the Disney Plus shit under the Spider-Man thing, it's under it's part of the Spider-Verse, like in the Spider-Verse line
Yeah.
of movies.
So this is it's all what we're doing is we're just watching movies, but little do we know behind the scenes, there's like a business war going on with Marvel, Disney trying to usurp everything, Sony trying to hold on to its its flagship product. Outside of the actual PlayStation, no IP that they have performs like Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man is their biggest seller on the PlayStation and is their biggest seller
Yeah.
in the movie. So they're trying to hold on to that. And they don't have a streaming platform, so they had to strategically go through Sony. They got to make these moves. And I think this is Sony showing like, hey, Spider-Noir has a fan base. And if you want to use Nicolas Cage or this motherfucker in your movies, let's talk business. Because right now they want to use Tom Holland Spider-Man. We already got the agreement on that. Let's put another asset in here so we can negotiate. We can leverage higher. So and I don't really know what's going on at that negotiation table, but I do know that it's it's some shit that we don't have privilege to hearing or seeing, but it's affecting the movies.
Well, anything else you want to drop? I don't have anything else on Spider-Man Noir.
Not anything else with Spider-Man Noir, but let's touch on that Roots picnic real quick. I'm gonna pour us up some more shots.
Why is Jay-Z looking like he just stepped out of the fucking 90s? Who the fuck does he think he is? I'm not even mad at it. I rock with it, honestly. That shit look kind of dope. And it's crazy is watch how many of these weird ass niggas comb their dreads out and all their hair be gone.
I think that was a wig. So I showed my homegirl, and she gonna be watching. Shout out to you. I showed my homegirl the video.
Shout out to you.
She was so captivated on the fucking wig, she couldn't even hear any of the bars. I'm like, yo, you looking at the wrong thing. Listen to the bar. She's like, I can't. What's like? She wanted to know if that was
the
real
fact
hair.
this nigga was able to grow his hair out was crazy because all of a sudden he just had dreads, and then they started growing, and then they got really long. So you're like, all right, cool beans. He has the best products, best stylist, even though he's not doing shit to it. But wait, hey, when you got money, so for him to just start taking this shit, for him to take his shit down and then it just be boom, it's like that's actually kind of impressive. As somebody who has dreads, that's kind of impressive because it's hard to maintain hair. Once you start taking these motherfuckers down, you lose a lot, especially if you're not taking care of your shit. And I've seen a lot of bad videos. Niggas go bald.
But what you think about the bars? So let me just say, he came at Tory Lanez and his pop, Nicki Minaj, Drake, Kanye, Tony Bugsby, and Oskino. So when he said and Dame
I heard,
Dash,
see, there's certain things like you can catch them off top, but unless somebody breaks this shit down or I'm sitting there listening to it multiple times, it was a freestyle. I heard he did some shit. I listened in passing.
God,
congratulations to him for popping up and being outside.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the first to tell you.
I assume he has an album coming out.
I heard I didn't go straight to listen to the freestyle first. I went straight to Screwface and No Life Shack to give me the breakdowns on these because I don't know the gossip and what happened with what. Speaking of gossip, well, let's just keep it on that because I got one more thing to talk about. So that Jay-Z thing. So Jay-Z back out rapping. Well, are you?
That's what
do
I
you
was
like
saying.
it?
Yeah.
You here for it?
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
If you feel like you got something to say,
is there anybody that he attacked that you are in favor for?
In favor for?
Like, for example, I like Tory Lanez music.
Yeah, I fuck with Tory. Free Tory.
Okay.
Yeah, we know the truth.
So I would say I hate to say it. I hate to say it.
Mm.
But Kanye West makes good beats.
Okay.
I hate Kanye West's rapping, but his beats, I don't even like Kanye West, but his
So you
beats
saying
are
there's
so,
anybody at Jay-Z diss that I'm like, yeah, fuck that nigga?
no, not yeah, fuck that nigga. Like, oh shit, my God.
No, because fuck does Jay-Z diss you mean? I mean, I guess it means more to other artists than it does me. If Jay-Z diss me, I'm like, oh yeah, you must be really bored, bro. Or I pissed you off. When I
You know
said
what?
got to you, huh? You sensitive.
Hey,
Now I'm finna poke the
that's
motherfucking
what
bear. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm finna poke the
exactly
bear.
what Oskino said. So Oskino came out after because the stuttering bars is about Oskino. Oskino be like, the nigga must be bored. He ain't got nothing to do. His wife all in there doing the TikTok videos. They bored over there. So he got to
Hey,
go write a rap.
and that's cool. If
Uh,
you, look, if you bored and you want to come fuck with me, then look, I got enough time to fuck with you.
okay. And one more thing. So speaking of Drake, because I think Drake got it the worst on there. Either Drake or Kanye, depending on Drake, Kanye, or Nicki Minaj. Those three were kind of scathing. Nicki Minaj's was kind of bad because he said something about when you and your man hug, he came with the kids because her man got a weird case with kids.
Yeah,
So he was talking about she going doing low blows talking about my kids, but when you and your man be hugging, he came in with the enough of that. Like
yeah.
I ain't even gonna go that low. So that was kind of that one little bar was kind of scathing right there. That was
But it
like,
was nothing that ain't really been said.
but in a bar, the way he made it rhyme it makes it more impactful.
It's because Jay-Z said it.
Okay, maybe.
Everything that he said,
Who said?
everything he said that I can count for a recount in my head, it was just things that have been said about these artists already, or people, or he feels like from his perspective, don't even come over here with that bullshit. That's pretty much what he said to everybody.
Okay,
Don't come over here with that bullshit. I hear this, I see this. You said that. You shouldn't even be talking. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
yeah,
pretty much what it is.
right.
Like,
So getting to Drake,
but he said you got the wrong charts.
not just that. You heard what's been going on with Drake and Sauce Walker.
Nah,
So, and this is what
I
this is.
don't keep up on the gossip.
Yeah, that's my.
The hip hop gossip.
Hey, so you guys out there, Sauce Walker is on a exposed phone call from his baby mama, I think, saying that I think Drake slid in Houston and smashed Sauce Walker baby mama, who Sauce Walker be on OnlyFans with and make money with. So that's more like a business partner. And Sauce Walker don't like it. And he told the bitch, you keep fucking around, you gonna end up and getting this nigga let me use the right words. Cause Sauce Walker's my guy. I like Sauce Walker. He said you gonna end up um you know,
Listen, you got your bitch on the internet, man. You big pimping, man. You big Texas, Memphis, Texas, doing all this shit. You moving around the city, man. And then you turn around and go, get tender about the bitch?
I think
That's crazy.
I don't think it's that because
That's exactly what you just told me.
no, because she released a piece of the phone call.
I don't give a fuck how much of the phone. Listen, if
I
you
think
man, if you out here, if she's outside and you know she outside and you outside with her, and it's a business partner,
but what
then
if you
hey, we did business.
yeah, exactly. You doing business with a female, right?
I'm sure this
Let's
light skinned nigga, I know he sent her home with some
hold on.
money.
Let's say you're doing another pod with a female, two shot reviews with another female over there, and then she come over here, I smash, and now she pillow talking with me about all your moves on the business you do with her. You gonna be mad. Like, what the fuck you telling this nigga all this shit for? Why you telling him this, that, and the third? So
Why
that's
did I
what
tell her all of that if we just doing business?
no, yeah, y'all doing business, so it's not
Yeah,
like
we
something she see.
strictly business, stick
Yeah,
to the
no,
business.
and not like
I
this is
see what you're saying, and it happens more often than not in the streets.
my thing is
But my
this.
thing is, all right, proceed.
my just thing is this: Drake has a reputation for sliding up behind the nigga. You feel me?
Hey, if that's and everybody who knows the nigga knows that. And if you know he got a reputation for it and you don't know that, imagine what the inner circles know.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you let the bitch outside and you let her loose, don't be mad if your goose get
I
cooked.
got you.
Nigga.
I hear what you're saying in terms of Sauce Walker getting mad. My thing, I'm
If
looking.
she telling all, how you know she telling all the
Yeah,
business?
but I'm looking. See, we're talking about. I'm looking at it from Drake's perspective. Drake know that he ain't like that. Why are you putting yourself in situations that are dangerous? Like,
Every situation is dangerous. The amount of money I got. What you talking about?
so you condone Drake's behavior.
No, I condone doing what you did. You fucked the bitch, and that's just what it is. It don't matter who baby mama it was. Whatever her side business is with her baby daddy, that's their situation.
Okay, so you be the nigga in the movie. We could make a comedy movie, and you the character. It's the movie start out where Big kill a nigga over my baby mama. That's his name. You know what I'm saying? But his baby mama is flirting with you, then you happen to smash. Now the whole movie we running from Big kill a nigga over my baby mama because you just couldn't help yourself.
I mean, just had to kill. Self-defense over your baby mama is crazy.
Hey man, you act like that shit ain't real.
It's real as fuck. That's what I'm saying.
So,
but that's what I'm saying. These niggas is tender as fuck.
That's why I leave baby mamas alone.
Don't
man.
say you hate her and then be like, "Well, I still love you." When you see her picked up by another nigga.
When a female got a baby daddy,
that shit weird.
All I hear is bag life. Yeah, that's a bag, man.
Listen,
that's a struggle.
Keep your baby mama in the house, or keep it respectful. Cause
Hey.
I ain't gonna be disrespectful.
Nah, I agree with you.
But if you fucking with a nigga that got more money than me, I'm pretty sure. Look, you should have heard what Tia told me.
Here it is. Here it is. I agree with you. I agree with you. Baby mama, side piece, wife, mistress, bitch in 5. That means she's leaving for the 5. No matter how many zeros.
Each one is another is another zero.
Hey, look.
Get that long.
It don't matter which one. On at 5.
Get your bitch in 5. But
anyway,
serious note though. Yeah, I don't know exactly the extent of the situation, but I will say you got to be careful what you say. Pillow talking is always dangerous, and just be respectful to your baby mom.
And be respectful to the streets. If you're not a street dude, don't be tempting the streets.
Be respectful
because
to your baby
you'll
mom.
fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? If you're a librarian, date librarians. Don't go to the trap and get the trap man girl, because you're causing problems for yourself. That's like if you're not a bank robber, don't go rob a bank. But anyway,
matter of fact,
that's neither here
go
nor
do
there.
that. Go exactly do that. I thought you been took that one. I took that one.
Oh well, no, this is our extra shot.
Oh shit, I thought you took that one already.
See, this is how you get extra shots. But I don't be wanting no extra shots.
You said we gonna pull up a shot and talk about the Drake shit, and I thought you took your shot.
No. This is for the extra. Anyway, but let's.
Because I thought the pod was gonna continue.
No, we're about to be done.
All right.
But let's close this out. Y'all should be ready because you already know what time it is.
All right, so currently shot time, and it's time to go.
So
Won't you be my neighbor?
I'm planning on going to see that Mando and Grogu with my brother who just showed up.
I will not be going to see that, but I will be going to see a scary movie this weekend. I'll check that out. So I guess I'll do the review on scary movie. You can talk about Mando and Grogu, and we can figure that out.
I'll probably go see Scary Movie too. That's a cool little date movie.
I'm gonna check that out. And what else is out this week? Anything else coming out this weekend?
I just think everything is holding off for these summer blockbusters.
Oh, I think Power Raising Kanan is dropping this weekend, or that might be next weekend, but I think it's this weekend.
Anyway.
Yeah. And it's my mama's birthday, so happy birthday to my mama.
Happy birthdays, mama.
And yeah, it's 2-shot review because it's shot time. It's shot time. It's shot time. It's shot time for you. You like that one? And we out of here. Deuces. Should have worn suspenders.
And snap them.
It'd
Popping collars and suspenders.
have been dope.
Dunking Pender Hughes on them.
Born a competitor, form is incredible. These rappers I won't settle for, they ain't even edible. Caution, caution, but the tape ain't yellow though. This